All right. Fuck. Why did I start when I wasn't ready? Okay. Welcome to the 22 Thoughts
Welcome to
podcast.
the 22 Thoughts podcast. With your boy AT.
Not the best
You
start.
been, man?
I've been chilling. I had my first swim meet the other day.
What, nigga?
What?
Do you say a swim meet?
Yeah. You don't know about swimming?
Of course I know about swimming. You're not no swimmer.
Okay, but I had a meet though. So what does that mean?
So what team are you on? Or what club are you in?
It's not a fucking club.
Then what do you ain't in high school, nigga?
I'm in college.
You doing it for college? You're
Yes.
swimming on the college team?
Yes.
What the fuck?
I'm a college swimmer, bro. You didn't think I swam?
You're capping.
I'm fucking serious.
I thought you played basketball. Now you're a swimmer.
I thought
now?
so too, but now I swim.
Yeah. You think you're Michael Phelps or something,
Yes,
bro?
I'm Black Michael Phelps.
How many other black people are on this team?
Nobody, nigga. I'm the only black person on the fucking premises. What you thought this was? Only black person on the fucking, like in a mile radius, like a lot of a radius. Like there's no black people around. None. But
That's funny.
there's nothing positive about that either. Like I'm trying to say, but like, oh, there's something good about it, but there's nothing good about that.
Well, all I can say is, do you like it?
Yeah, it's just fun. That's why I do it. It's just fun. There's an ant on my wall. It's a good workout. So
yeah. Okay. That's cool. How did it go?
I did so bad. I'm not good. I'm not good at it, obviously.
Why you think you did bad?
Because like as I'm getting in, like into the last wall, like when you're coming back,
yeah,
everybody else is like sitting there waiting for me, because like you can't get out of the pool, like until everybody finishes. So like people would just sit there and wait for you until you're done.
Damn, so that means you need to get better.
Yeah, that shit sucks. But the positive part about it though is it's co-ed, and it's like there's so many cute girls, bro. Like there's so
okay. Now
many.
I see why you joined the swim team.
That's not even
I knew it couldn't have just been for a personal reason. Like I just want to benefit my health, or I just want to be in more in shape. It's because of the bitches.
Not on my team. Like there's not even that many on my team. I mean, there's like some cute girls, but like I'm talking about like at the meets. Some other teams are like literally like 80% girls, 90% girls.
I feel like swimming for girls is a lot more popular for girls.
Exactly. Who's benefiting off of that? I am.
Not even coming in last place.
It's a solid point that you're making. It's a solid point. It sucks. That it's true.
That just means you have to get better.
I have to get way better. But I will, because I've been doing it, bro. The meet was like we were doing it for like 2 weeks, and I was like, oh, okay. And they're like, oh, we got to meet next week. I'm like, what the fuck? It's been like 2 weeks. Give me a chance. And I didn't want to, but they forced me. And I had to embarrass myself in front of all those cute girls, man.
You got to see where you're at, though. So at least now you know.
That shit sucks.
At least now you know, like, what you need to like really improve on, I guess.
Yeah.
That's all
I need to improve.
What was your time?
My 50. Well, I did a 50 and I did 100 backstroke, so that's 4 laps. backstroke, and then 50 I did 2, just 1 down, 1 back. And on the 50 I did like 40 something seconds, like 41 seconds or something like that, 42.
Yeah.
Which is okay. That's on average like 21 seconds like down the wall. It kind of sucks, but like
I don't really know too good like what's a good time for swimming. Like I know track times, but like swimming times, like I'm not really too. So I don't know.
I don't know shit
like,
either.
That's like a good time for like.
To be honest, I don't know.
Something like that.
I really don't know, to be honest.
Like 22 seconds in like a 200 dash or something was like, or 20 seconds, 19, 18. That's pretty good.
It's different though. It's different.
Oh yeah,
it's definitely
more. You got to do like more exercises in one race, and you got to do like, I mean, I don't know, depending on which events you're in. But that's pretty cool. I would have never
expected that.
Never. I mean, I've seen you swim, and we all know how to swim.
No, I suck at swimming. I suck at
you on the swim team. Like what?
Yeah, I'm killing it. To be honest, I'm killing it. I have practice later today. I just if I can pull like better, I would like improve. That's all I want to say.
And you just gotta do it.
Just gotta do it. What else is there? I mean, bro, so many cute girls, bro. you can't even understand.
That was always the case for meets. When every meet you go to, like even if you're in high school or you're in like college or even in the pros, like that's always gonna be the case. Especially if it's a co-ed sport.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's a sport. Like they do this shit all the time. Like they swim. It's such a good workout.
Why do you think like
working out all the time
in the Olympics and shit? Like they just let them all like go crazy and shit after like their events and shit.
What do you mean?
Cause like you know how shit be going.
Like they be fucking and shit. What do you mean?
Hell yeah.
Like after their events.
Yeah, like most of them like don't like do that until like they completed their race or their event.
Do you agree with that?
What do you mean?
Like abstinence to improve performance in sports?
I mean, a lot of people do that, and it is scientifically proven that you'll have more energy if you don't do that. So I mean, it works.
But like, does it though?
I mean, yes and no, because I think it was like something they were saying, like if you like one nut is like an equivalent to like maybe 2-3 miles or something.
Of what? In like running?
That you can run.
Wow. Yeah. No way.
Like that's pretty, like if that's true, like that's pretty decent. I mean, most people I feel would not even like be able to do that anyway, but not most, but I feel like
most.
Yeah, maybe not, but that's still pretty good.
2 miles?
A 2 mile difference by just like saving a nut. I mean,
it depends on the person, but yes, I definitely believe most people cannot run 2 miles. Most people, especially in the US, even the fit ones.
You think so? I mean, yeah, a lot of people don't really run.
Bro, yes. I tell people that I run, and I'm like, I did like 3.5 miles today, and they're like, "What the fuck? That's so much!" Like, people don't usually run. It's
like in hindsight, that is a lot, like 3.
You know,
but like people be running 14, 20, 30 miles for marathons and stuff. And I'm like, no, not me.
Would you ever like try to work
I was always a sprinter.
Yeah.
No, I was a sprinter.
Yeah.
And like halfway, the most I ever ran, like for real, like when I did hurdles for like track and shit, and I had to run like that almost like, what was it? It wasn't the 300 meter hurdles, but it was like 250 hurdles or something. So it's like half the track pretty much, like a little bit more than half the track. And now I feel like that was probably the most like I ever like ran like for like conditioning wise, besides
that's a lot.
PE or something when they're like, oh, you got to run this mile.
Were you sprinting that whole time?
I mean, you have to sprint.
Yeah. That's tough.
It's not a jog. You have to sprint.
Like that's tough. That's a lot.
I hated that one though, but if you could do it, yeah. I feel like that was like the most I've ever really like ran.
Well, like, okay, you don't know about swimming, but you know about the laps, right? Like, you know.
Yeah, I know about like you go down and then back.
Niggas are doing like 20 lap races, like 500s and shit, like 20 lap races. Like, what the fuck?
Don't you have to like switch like people in?
No, sometimes
you just do 20 laps.
20 laps straight. Like, what are you like tripping?
No,
like no stopping. You can't sit on the wall.
That's too much.
I do too, and I'm like.
On the other hand, I commend those people because like their lungs are just different. Yeah. But the same, it's like, no way.
That shit was. I mean, speaking of different lungs, actually, nah. Speaking of seeing a bunch of white girls with ass.
Oh, Jesus.
Did you see what's her name? Kanye's girl said about
what's her name? Fox? Julia? It's
Julia Fox said about her old relationship with the GOAT.
Who's the GOAT? Drake?
Yeah.
Drake fucked? Oh, I don't even know. I'm like asking.
What are you? Why are you asking that? Why are you asking that? Why? There's no reason to ask that, bro. We already know everybody. She was like, "Oh, he's actually like a real gentleman." Like, she's like, "Oh, like he's actually
the persona. Really nice. That's the persona.
He's a GOAT. Yes, it's the persona that he wants to come off, but he's not a good guy. Drake, you can't get to the point where he have all that money and be like,
yeah, he's
like an excellent guy.
Yeah,
he has his like good moments.
Is there any girl that's safe? Is there anyone?
But it was 2 years ago. She said it was before the pandemic.
Doesn't
it was like
matter.
It was right before.
It doesn't matter. First off, I don't even know who this bitch is. Like, last time we talked about her, is like we did the research. She was only in like one movie.
Yeah.
Like, who is this? Like, Drake's already like.
Okay, but Drake doesn't go after like the fucking the super famous bitches anymore. He doesn't do that.
I know, because he tries to be low key.
He wants to be low key as fuck. So you gotta understand.
You can't though.
As Drake, no, you can't. But the fact that he's like, just the fact that Kanye didn't even do his research and know that Drake got with her first.
He didn't know this?
I don't know. Maybe he knew.
And then she didn't tell him? That's pretty.
No, she told him. She said actually she told him right away. Like that was one of the first things that she said to him.
And Kanye was like, I don't really care. I'm just still trying to get back with Kim. So I'm just pretty much using you.
True. That's what it is. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about
But her. I feel like now at this point, like they had like the past few weeks we've been talking about them, like the little petty shit that they've been doing. I feel like Kanye at this point doesn't want to get back with her anymore.
I mean, she's wild and like she's
trying to make him seem like he's a bad guy, but like he be doing some dumbass shit that like half the time he just be trying to be in his kid's life. And I don't really see a problem with that, especially when there's like a million women on social media always talking about no man wants to take care of their child or something like. Yeah. So when there's actually someone who wants to, we never like acknowledge that. So I'll say that.
Yeah, he's just getting hella hate.
Like everybody's hating on him because he didn't want, like, you know how Kim and his daughter North have like a TikTok account.
Yeah.
He doesn't want her on TikTok, and then
she's like, it's not even like her account.
It's not even like that. Like she won't do any.
And like, bro, there's fucking creeps on the app. Like he has a valid point.
And bro, I looked up like there was this. I seen like some of the posts, and like I was just looking through them, and it was like, bro, like just the amount of shit I was seeing in the comments was like, I can see why this nigga like is saying this, and like I completely agree. Like some of the comments were like, damn, like can can you go and like send me mommy's number? Can you like show me mommy's credit card, North? Like, just like, bro, like just the most wild shit ever. There's way more than that, but it's just like, bro, people are like wild and
weird. And he doesn't want her to be exposed to that. And
to expose to that, yeah.
If I had a daughter,
app clearly says like you have to be 13.
Right.
Just and if you're not 13, it says they'll boot you off. And then like
they're saying that like it's a joint account for her and Kim.
Yeah.
Like just because Kim is running it doesn't mean she's not like giving her the app to go on.
Yeah, and like look through it and stuff.
The bitch isn't like fully monitoring the shit. She
has too much to do.
She got famous off of a fucking
sex tape.
Like she's not.
She's gonna find that. It just waits her daughter finally finds that.
You know what I mean?
Like wow, this is my family legacy right here. I mean, shit. Like you're rich, so it doesn't matter.
How old is she?
North?
Chicago?
She's like,
no?
I think she's like 8 or 9. Chicago. I don't know. Yeah, she's like 8 or 9. I think.
So why are you laughing as if he doesn't have a daughter named Chicago?
I know. It's just so funny.
That's her name. Damn. I mean, North is so she's getting older, so she's gonna. I mean, when I was 8 or 9, like, I mean, to be honest,
what were we doing, nigga, at 8 or 9?
I mean, to be honest, when I was 9, I had
nothing
just
like
learned
this.
What sex was. I had just learned what sex.
Nothing like this.
Yeah, no. But to be honest,
we were still doing dumb shit, dumb little kid shit, bro.
I was like chilling. Yeah, I was chilling. I was doing that up until like 12, though. Like, to be honest, and
I mean, because 6th grade's not really.
You're a child. Like
you're still a child. Middle school, you're still a child. It's just like you're not like a kid anymore, but you're still a child.
It's hard to explain, yeah. But
middle school was a weird time.
For some people, that's high school. Like,
I mean, in that case, when you're extending from middle school to high school, it's like you're not a child anymore, but you're more like a young adult. So it's like you're still a kid. You're still a kid, but you're like.
But there's a lot of kids there, like a lot of real kids.
Oh,
and then for some people, it's fucking early 30s. And then for some people, it's their entire life.
Yeah. And you see those people. You're able to notice those people like immediately.
Yeah, I was just watching a video about somebody who like got rich and famous young. Like their early 20s and shit, and they just never had to like grow up, so like they're like
that's how most 30s. Celebrity stars come out. Like they're famous when they're young, so they're already spoiled, and then once they get later, I can go down like 5 names like Miley Cyrus, Lindsay Lohan, Amanda like
Bynes.
Was it Amanda Bynes? I think so. She was the one on Nick, right?
It was Amanda.
Yeah, Amanda. Who else was crazy? Like they went like out of their mind. Fuck. What's her name?
Britney Spears.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say that. Britney Spears. She went crazy.
I mean, yeah.
Who else? Well, like there's just a whole bunch
Macaulay
of white
Culkin.
girls. Oh wow, that was a sad one. But he got his life back together. Isn't he with? Really? Yeah, he's with someone pretty famous. Like I can't remember, but he's married to like someone pretty famous.
Well, I mean, good for him.
Yeah, good for him, bro. I was happy for that when I seen that.
But that's 5 right there.
That's like, and we can
Michael
go down.
Jackson.
I mean, Michael Jackson in his case was a little bit different, a little different,
insane.
But he did some wild shit. I know,
crazy person. Great.
All of it wasn't his fault.
Yeah.
Like,
okay. Yeah, it wasn't his fault because he's like, right, to a child. And he had talent. And he sees him. He's like, oh, I'm going to fucking box this nigga in. And I'm
and I'm going to make all his brothers like.
You know what I mean? Yes.
Do this.
So it's like, it's not his fault.
It's not. He never had a childhood. So that's why in Michael Jackson's case, when he was doing all that weird shit, like, yeah, everybody come to Neverland. Like, okay, I see why.
Still a crazy person.
You're never able to do that. Like,
yeah.
But
bro, I feel bad for him.
Can't be touching little boys and shit.
Maybe he didn't do it though.
No, he did. He did. He did.
Maybe he didn't
It's
do
okay
it
though,
in
because
the
he's a legend.
way
No, he did.
that you're thinking that he was doing it.
No.
Maybe he just was having wrestling matches.
No. Have you watched South Park?
Yes.
He did it. I think he did. And it's okay, bro. It's not okay because doing pedophilia and all that stuff is not okay. But
it's not okay. It's actually one of the most not okay
things, but it's
on
probably
the
one of the most no, let me say it the right way. It's the most not okay thing, but it's probably the most common unknown thing that a lot of people do that a lot of people don't really notice is like an actual big thing. Like that shit is big.
I think,
like,
yeah,
and it's
I think,
saddening.
Yeah. I think people don't like realize how many there are. Yeah.
How many? Like,
but like, I mean, if like after you get a certain amount of money, like all these billionaires and shit who have like $500 billion or something, you just get tired of like basic shit. And if you have even a little bit of the capacity to like go down that road and be like a fucking child, fucking, or do weird shit with kids, it just is just opened up like that. Like, and you just feel
it's just like
or even
no
less
matter
money
how
than
much
that.
money though.
It doesn't matter. Yeah,
it's like why?
Less money than that. It's just like people.
I
don't know.
I get the basic shit, but like a kid, like bro,
a child, bro.
Like there's so many thoughts. Like literally try everything with a thought, bro. Like everything.
You ever just no. You ever just have missionary sex with the fucking 21-year-old? Or you like this is legal? This is you're just having a good time, just basic. Just fucking what the fuck is wrong with that? Like, why do you need to have a fucking kid? What, like,
have them tied up, fucking dragged underground, bruh.
What beetle is that?
Like shipped all to that other places.
Shit. Yeah. Take them, fucking.
And then they kill them half the time after.
Nah, but these are like crazy people, but like, get him out of here. Like, get him out, like.
And those are the people that's running shit too.
Those are people that's running shit.
Running shit. So it's like, bro.
So we can't get him out of there. So we're fucked, is the point. Like, that's why we have fucking transgender people and like drag queens coming in and teaching fucking third graders how to like twerk and shit.
Oh, did you see that?
Videos?
That
yes, that's why we have
who like sued like the school district or something
for like
like $1 million or something.
It was for $1 million.
Because like that what the teacher did in this situation was like, I think she sued the teacher or the school, but I think it was both. But like the teacher in the situation, like she got like a group of kids that of course she's obviously teaching the kids, the class about like all of the like LGBTQ and all that other diverse shit, because like that's what the school board, actually I don't even think that's part of like the school curriculum, but like she was just doing it.
Yeah, liberal.
But I know knowing from our case, like our school did that shit.
Yeah.
Knowing that we did have a gay principal.
Fucking yeah.
I mean, a female principal at that, but still like, and that's not like, that's not really like a curriculum that should be focused on, unless like I feel like it's just like sex ed. Like if it's included with sex ed, like okay, like
that shit put it in fucking damn near federal. That shit is like,
but like
damn
if you're just
like
teaching it. But listen, I know, but like just listen what like the teacher did. So like she took like a group of like a few kids that she like could see were really interested in that. So then like she basically like she like pretty much like gave them all like, you guys are they, like whatever the stupid pronouns like those guys come up with, but like they were just like, you're they, them, it, whatever. And then she was just basically like teaching them all that stuff, and you're like, yo, you're this, that, and you're like, she was like, but don't tell your parents about this, like we can know about this and shit. And then like, of course, like the mom finds out from something, and then she just like, what the fuck? Or I think the daughter told her, but it's just like, damn, it's like, what are you doing?
Fuck is like these
Why
are
are you teaching
kids.
this girl to like not like
these are
embrace
such
who
formative
she is?
years for them. They're fucking.
She's not even old enough to like, yeah, she's not even old enough to like make her own decisions.
But they let these kids if they wanted to. Like if that fucking little girl asked her to like
call her they.
I don't feel comfortable as a little girl. Like I am fully convinced that I'm on the inside a little boy and I want to be a boy. The teacher would be like, okay, yeah, no, I'm gonna make you a fucking boy then, and we're gonna have you transition. And this fucking little bitch is like 8 and shit, and she's like getting, like, it's not even about the little girl. It's about, oh, I have this ideology that I need to fucking support, and I'm gonna use this opportunity to support that shit. And fucking
through the kids.
Fucking suck my own dick because I'm such a great person for causing this person to be trans and opening up their fucking bro, bitch. 45% of trans people kill themselves, like fucking half almost. Like
because when they finally the dudes find out, like half of the niggas are not more than half are not like they're not like accepting of that. Like, bro, you can't just
more than half.
Yeah, definitely. At least I would say 80%.
It's
there's some people I know who will probably be cool with it, but like 80% of the population of men are just when you finally tell them, and then you already did do something, so it's like they're not gonna be happy with that.
Euphoria.
I haven't watched it.
Me neither.
Yeah, right.
No, I'm so serious. I haven't watched any episode of it, but people talk about it a lot. And I know that there is a fucking trans little girl on there. It was a boy, no girl. I don't know why I'm saying it. Not that far from they, to be honest. So fuck you. I'm gonna start.
I mean, for real though. I mean, like if we're just giving
it.
out pronouns, like I'm not even trying to be disrespectful, but if it's like you calling yourselves they, like is it too much like farther from that?
Further.
I'm
start saying there's not that many fucking pronouns. I don't even have another one. I'm trying to think of another one. There's not that many. You're just taking them all, bro. Like that shit is ridiculous. Anyway, Euphoria. There's a fucking like a Chad dude who's like the super popular guy who's an asshole and shit, fucking all the girls. And he actually likes is my audio fucked up?
It's just like a little laggy, so it sounds, but you're fine.
Let me unplug it. Hopefully that does something.
Yeah, you're good.
He actually likes the trans girl, I think. Or that's what they're saying. I don't know where the fuck the connection. The show is stupid, to be honest. The show is just like, I don't know.
It just shows teenage. It's not even. I guess.
I mean, but we have to talk about it though, right? We're a podcast, and it's a fucking popular thing that's going on. Mm-hmm. But the show, I was even considering hitting you up and be like, "Yo, should we watch the show? Just like talk about it a little bit. Just like watch it."
I mean, I heard some good things. Like, I've heard some people like it. Like my roommate watches it.
It's low-key gay.
And then like, I mean, yeah, I've heard like there's a lot of explicit things in there, but like that's not what really would bother me. But
it's
I just really haven't taken the time to like watch it. Like,
bro, it's just not what high school is.
It's just I feel like, oh yeah, like, and if that is your high school, like,
fucking wow,
damn, like we had some crazy niggas in our high school.
That's not. It was not.
But like, it was not like that.
Like that.
And that's the thing, though. They're kind of like pushing like the agenda, but like
that's what kids are gonna think that high school is,
and it's like, bro, it's not. Middle school is just like you're over here. This is high school for real. Like you're like ninth grade, you're a fucking loser, and you barely know, unless you were doing shit hella early in middle school somehow. Like you're a fucking loser, and you didn't even know like your dick really even fucking worked. Fucking 10th grade, you're finally like seeing what's like shit's
You're
a
like,
little bit
oh,
about.
right. You're like,
You're
oh,
trying
yeah.
to, you're not like new on the block, so people are like starting to know you, and then like even the upper like grades are starting to know you now. So you're like, you're kind of feeling yourself, but you're still a little bitch.
Feeling yourself, but you're a little pussy, little bitch.
You're a little
pussy. Just turned 15, and you're like a,
or you're like
child.
just turning 16,
or just turning 16, and
and
you're
then and if you're lucky, you maybe got some cooch, and then that was your virginity.
Son, no.
Yes.
Like yes, bro, but fuck.
Or it was like
you.
if you had a girlfriend in 9th grade,
if you had a
maybe
girlfriend
you did
in
it.
No.
You did it.
That's what I'm saying. Fuck you guys. Because you are way ahead of the fucking curve. So fuck you. Some people like didn't start having those type of experiences until fucking like 19 years old. There's some people out there.
Or just,
you know what I mean? Like
that. I mean, that's the crazy part of it, is just now, but I mean,
or just now, or like, or later, 25. Some people,
or not at all,
or never. And by some people, I mean me. I wasn't fucking having that shit at fucking early at all. Like in sophomore year, no. Junior year, like once, literally one time.
It wasn't you. Like I'm saying, you're still a little bitch, and you barely know how shit's working out. You're barely starting to pay attention more in like sex ed. So you're like, so I have to do like this, like it, like this is probably like
you don't know shit.
For I would say for this generation, because they didn't have this really in previous generation, which was probably good. But this is probably when you were probably getting introduced to maybe some porn or something like that, because you're a little cuck.
I mean, I was watching porn when I was like 13. Though.
Oh, okay, yeah. I mean, we all knew what porn was like back then, but you weren't like watching it.
I was watching.
I mean,
watching.
You like, would watch it, but like
over the summer,
were you doing it?
Jerking off? No.
I was exactly. So you were just curious. You just wanted to know, like, what that's not really like. It is. It's fucking up your mind still, but it's like you're not
literally
like
destroying my brain.
Drawing your brain.
No, it was.
But it's like not. You're not like participating. So you're just like you. Don't, it's not really like.
It's not the worst thing.
The worst.
It could be worse.
It's
but
like,
that doesn't mean it's not.
You could just think of that as like educational, in the right sense.
Fuck no.
At that age,
you could try to. So that shit was destroying my brain.
Oh yeah.
I didn't know how bad it was for me. Like that shit was bad.
It's bad.
And like every night for like hours over the summer, because like I don't know, I was just bored and curious. Yeah, and 13, like, and I literally remember my brain at that time. Like I remember. Fucking everything scared me because I had no idea what the fuck shit was. Do you not like remember that point in your life where you're like, was it not like that for you? Like not everything scared me, but like you know what I mean? Like
when you're still like there's more new things than like shit you've already figured out.
Yes.
I mean, that point in your life stage where you're just like, fuck, like what is this?
Like let me. I don't fucking. You know what I mean?
I don't compute, but yeah,
I gotta get my footing, and then you don't really get that until like 17, 18.
Yeah, and then speaking of that, junior year, that's when you're finally growing a little bit of hair on your chest. Yeah. Your balls kind of are dropped.
A little bit.
You probably used your wiener a few times, and you talked to a few girls. So you're not the new guy. Like you're
sophomore year. Sophomore year, my bad for cutting off. Sophomore year, I literally had like a fucking revelation. I was like, fuck, I need to have sex. And I literally remember walking around just like all my friends that were girls, just like, yo. Like it was not a good thing. It was not a good place. But I would literally be like, trying to fuck, like play in a playing way, but like if they were to be like, yeah, obviously I would be like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I was like, fuck, I need to like, because I was on varsity, like all the seniors are talking about like, oh, I'm getting pussy and shit. I'm like, oh, yo, I need to fucking hop on my shit. And it just was not working out. It was not working out.
And that's my point. So you're probably, if you were good at something, especially a sport, now you're not on like the JV or freshman team. You're on a varsity team or something like that. So like you're feeling yourself a little bit. Like the bitches know you around the campus. So
Right.
you're finally like maybe interacting, maybe with a few, but you don't like, unless you're just ahead of the game, just running through these. And that was only like a handful of people at that. Senior year, you're that man now.
You're not that man, but
you're
like,
not that man.
You're more of
you're
that man than you've ever
that
been.
man.
Yeah.
You have to be. You're the top of the class.
Yeah. You just
like
by proxy, by default, are like
you
more
are
of that man. Yeah.
Yeah. You're pushed to the top of the list because
to the heap of the crop. And
because you're finna leave, especially.
And the younger girls see that, and like, if you choose to like utilize that, it will be easier. It just will be. But
it wasn't like everybody was fucking each other, like everything. And
everybody's doing drugs crazy.
I was just speaking about girls, like through the ups, like through most of this shit, like you weren't doing like, I can't speak for everybody because there was definitely a few people who were like, but like you were not doing hella drugs. You maybe drank a few times when you were like going to parties. You probably smoked weed, but like you weren't like just snorting fucking cocaine and fucking
doing fucking popping
hella Molly or something, like perks, like
fucking
like nah,
beating down doors to fucking get your pills from your mom and shit. Like, dude, that show is weird, bro. That show is like, I don't know. It's just, it's not what high school is.
No. Like, I mean, maybe for some people.
For some people.
And then that's just like a one like sided coin. Like, that's one person's version of maybe just not even high school, their life. But it's like, come on, to just project that and make it seem like, I haven't seen the show. Like I said, I've seen like glimpses and I've heard like other people talk about it, but it's like, yeah, that definitely wasn't like what high school was like for me.
It was not, bro. It was not. But it's okay.
Still an enjoyable time.
It's an enjoyable show. Some people fuck with it. I mean, it's cool. It's a cool show. I like it too. I forgot to like mention this when we were talking about fucking trans people earlier, but we just like diverged into fucking Euphoria in high school and shit, and it just happened. But there's a fucking swimmer at Penn State University.
Oh, wow. I already know how this is going.
You already know.
I already know.
You already know. Once I said trans, you already know. Transitioned, right? Was a swimmer his entire life, obviously. Now is a girl, swims with the women's team. And it's literally demolishing all the numbers. Like, all the girls are the fucking way.
It's not even fair.
You know what I mean? It's not fair,
not
right?
even fair. It's not even fair.
Like, destroying the numbers.
Come on.
Right?
This nigga's like destroying them and everything. Like,
but I support trans people, though. I support trans people. I do.
But I feel like when it comes to sports, like that's not fair. Like, at all.
Not in sports. Just in general, I support trans people, I'm saying.
I know, and I do too. But it's
but there's one reason why
do what you want.
That's okay.
Sports,
there's 2 reasons.
It's just like so hard, but you can't really. If you switch, just still, yeah.
Oh, my only issue with it is there's no fucking like women transitioning into men and like fucking up the NBA or some shit like that.
Because that just shows you that like. No.
If that was the case, then we would be like, oh, let's just allow it. Then it's both sides. Like, we're good. But like, nah, it's these motherfuckers go to women and they fucking.
And it's because they know they can go to women's and they can dominate.
There was also a story about this. There was this like Reddit something like a group about people who are like socialists, and they had like a belief that nobody should work, government should like support people, and everybody should be able to do what they want. And there's like a huge community on this, like that has like I think 170,000 like subscribers to like the subgroup or whatever. And then they had like this like leader go on Fox and talk about it, and he's trans, or like now I guess I think, but it was a guy, and he just transitioned. It looks like a fucking guy still, obviously, and like he only did it to like run away. Like before he had transitioned, he had been accused of like a rape or some shit, and like it just seems like you could just transition from
it's
being
like,
a guy
I'm
to
a
a
woman.
girl.
I would never do that.
I would never do that. Like you just, and you're good now. Like he's just chilling. Because he's a girl. You could just transition from a guy to a girl just for the benefits of it. Most people, that's what they do. They're not even doing it
because they want to.
because they want to. Yeah, they're doing it out of necessity. That's so weird how like that's even a thing that we can have. I feel like I'm still lagging.
No, you're okay.
I'm good.
Yeah. I agree with that because like you said, there's no women switching to a man and dominating in physical activities. So it just shows
in
you
what have they dominated? Like, has there been a woman switch to a guy and they fucking destroyed it, like chess or some shit like that, or like or like fucking knitting? Like, what do we have? Or fucking cooking? It's ridiculous. You're supposed to be better at this shit. Like, figure it out. Anyway, I support trans people. That's all I have to say.
I mean, do you do, man? But it's just I feel like when
it
comes to certain things, like can't really compete.
You can't.
South Park talked about that shit too, but they have the strong woman contest.
Yeah, it was like dead on, like the real.
Dead on. It was just like bro transitioned to like a woman just so he could be like everybody in like the strong woman, and like he just dominated in everything. It's like, yeah,
no,
I'm
it was
the
like dead on
woman in the world. He's like still has a beard.
That shit's so funny, but it was like dead on, like what, like it had kind of looked just like the guy that did it in real life, like that one guy who transitioned and broke the like all the deadlifting, squat, and like benching records and shit. Like, just literally destroyed all that shit last year. I think it was last year. That's tough.
Or that woman in like it wasn't the UFC, but it was like some like other like fighting kind of promotion, but it was like a girl fighting like this guy who transitioned into like a girl, and she was just getting her ass rocked. I commend the girl because she stayed in there and like she didn't give up, but like she was getting her shit rocked, and it was like I was so like bad.
In
I was just like, how is this even allowed? This isn't allowed, bro.
Motherfuckers like he was like a man for 32 years or some shit. Ex-Navy SEAL, was buff and shit. He's like yoked.
I was like, bro.
They really allowed that shit. Anyway, let's move on. Fuck the fucking trans people. I support trans people. I do.
Support trans people.
I support trans people. I also support Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he's getting his shit
fucked up. Even though he did you see the compilation?
Yeah.
It's not a good look, obviously.
Because what he said back then and stuff, like, yeah.
Is he racist though? Is that the question?
I don't think Joe Rogan's racist.
So
maybe.
Was he racist at a certain point in his life?
There's like I feel like there's two things. There's ignorant people, like who hang around a lot of racists, but like they're like, I'm probably not racist at this point, but I'm just really ignorant because all I really hang around is like white people, and I didn't have no one really sat down or like made me really focus on like someone else's like point of view. But then they're just full blown like racists, like who like no, like never, like
who genuinely believe it.
So I feel like at that point maybe he might have just been ignorant. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt because he promotes so many like black fucking athletes, but that's the thing that a lot of people say is like people only like you, black people specifically, like because they're athletes or they're entertainers or rappers or something like that. But I'll give him the benefit of the doubt that he might have just been ignorant at that point. That was pretty early in his career.
So because of that, do you still support him?
I mean, to be honest, I haven't, like I said, like maybe like a few episodes ago, I think it was.
No,
like
I don't watch his shit.
I don't really
either,
watch
like,
his stuff really anymore.
Do you hate
but like
Joe
before?
Rogan,
nah, I don't think so. I don't.
Do you hate people who say the N-word as a Caucasian person?
Like out of hatred? Like, no, that's not cool.
In general.
But yeah, in general, like white people, I feel like, yeah, they shouldn't say it.
They shouldn't say it in general. That's kind of like, it's where it's like tough. Like, regardless, he shouldn't say it.
Yeah, because like, just even if you're like coming from like a good place, like you're friends with like a lot of black people, it's just like that word was for black people.
Yeah.
And we took something that we were being called and just made it like brother, like whatever. Yeah. So like I feel like even when it's coming like from a white person, it's like you don't deserve to say it because you don't know what it's like.
Yeah.
I feel like if everybody went through the same shit black people went, then like, okay, yeah, everybody should say like nigga, like they didn't. I mean, so
Chinese people were indentured servants. Do they?
I'm not saying like not everybody's race didn't go through something. Like the Chinese and the Japanese were they're a lot more liked in society. But I mean, they've had their fair share of shit. Like when World War II, when everybody was collecting up all the Asians that just even looked Japanese, and like they were throwing them in camps and all the shit. Like we've all had, and the Hispanics, and they've gone through their fair share of shit, like slavery and shit. But it's like, if you're the black people, like I don't know, I feel like black people have been done the worst.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's not even like he said like she done the worst, like so my shit's like better than yours or worse than yours, but it's just like everybody knows it too, so it's like it's kind of different.
I mean, yeah, black people have been done the worst. And he should be using his platform, regardless of how small it was at the time, to like, or at least to not fucking do anything to fuck that up or like to make it even worse and make white people feel like they have any right to say it or anything. It's like they see Joe Rogan, their favorite podcaster, say it and shit.
Mm-hmm.
So it's weird that he even felt that was okay. But I don't know. He hangs around black comedians and shit. Hangs around black people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but at the same time, like not really. Like his closest friends aren't black comedians.
Oh yeah,
he
definitely
fuck with
not.
some, but his closest friends are not. Like they're not.
His closest friends are like obviously the white people.
The white fucking motherfuckers.
He
fucks with Bert Kreischer, Ari Shaffir, fucking Tom Segura. Do these sound like black?
These are white.
These are white dudes.
White niggas.
White niggas. Sure. Like
I don't even know what their name. I don't even know what they look like, but I'm already
do they sound
picturing
like,
them.
Right. They sound like white dudes.
Like they all wear like suit and ties everywhere.
But no, okay, but they don't do that. But they're like just like regular white dudes.
Or just like I don't know, like some Joes, like some average ass Joes.
Average ass dudes. And he, I mean, yeah, he'll invite some like black people on and shit. And he obviously says that like Dave Chappelle is the greatest comedian, like that he's or right now. So he like gives black people their due, their cosign. But I don't know. I support Joe Rogan still.
I
Not
get
as
it.
much as I did before, but
I mean, that already kind of happened gradually for me, but yeah, I get it. I get it.
no,
Especially
I'm
have
not.
something like that. Like,
I don't watch his shit, but I'm saying he's like a big figure, like against the left. Like they fucking hate him. They fucking went and watched every single episode to make this smear campaign on him because it wouldn't work saying this fucking, oh, he's spreading misinformation. That shit didn't work. People were still fucking with him after that. So they're like, oh, we need to find him saying the N-word. We need to fucking get this nigga out of here. And they watched every episode. You're who the fuck? You're bums. And it definitely was like a team of people who were like choreographed and had a mission.
Like, okay, we got him.
Hella times. So like they're like juiced, and they're making this compilation and shit. So they just need to get this nigga out of here. So that makes me want to support him even more because he's like fucking against that side. But he's also not because he has a lot of their views. They're just too dumb to even fucking realize. They had to watch every single one of his episodes
just to find something.
And they definitely saw him like be reasonable, be diplomatic, be smart, be educated, be like on their side on certain points. And they still probably like were like, fuck, nope, we're still gonna get him the fuck out of here. So fuck them.
And that's how it is.
Also,
that is how it is.
Fuck Joe Rogan a little bit after that, just a little bit, just for that. But speaking of fucking, Travis and Kylie have a new child.
It's crazy, yeah. I remember saying that like a few weeks ago. It was just like, damn, for real.
But like now it's confirmed. It's a boy. It's a little boy.
It was like you weren't gonna make it. Baby, little boy. Travis Jr., bro.
Travis Jr.
That's crazy. He finna be a goat.
Fucking Travis. Fucking getting people out of this world and bringing them in as well. I mean, Travis is honestly a god. We can call him a god at this point.
Is this legal situation still like bad?
Fucking still owes billions of dollars. That shit ain't going away. So yeah. It's tough.
Crazy.
Now
it is tough.
He has a kid. He has a boy. Kind of a good situation, I guess. Daughter, 4 years older than boy. That's all right. Like it could be better, to be honest.
I mean, it's like whatever.
4 years older than girl.
If you could get anybody pregnant,
but no. If you can,
you got the right one.
You got the right one. You're smart. You locked the right one down. But if we're just talking about like regular like situation, I definitely would want. Like I would just be so happy to have a boy. Like once I saw that it would be a boy, after having a girl, once I saw that it was a boy, I would be like, oh my god, like yeah, like I have a son, like yeah,
fuck yeah, fuck yes. Fuck yeah, fuck that's yes. Every guy's like, I feel like that's like every guy, like everybody, like of course every guy wants a daughter. Most of them want a daughter, but some of them do not. But like every guy wants a son. I feel like fuck yeah. Even if I just got one, I got a son. Like let's go.
It's the best thing. Having a son would be the best, but I don't know. If I have a daughter, I don't want her to see me saying having a son would be the best. So don't clip me saying that, but
it's definitely a lot easier than having a girl.
It's a lot easier. It's a lot more fun.
Definitely a lot more freeing. Like you don't got to watch them as much.
It's just stop, dude. Just stop. Please stop.
What?
You're pissing me off, dude. Because I'm so scared that I'm gonna have a daughter. Like I'm so fucking scared.
Oh, but at the same time, I want a daughter, though. I definitely do.
I want a son and a daughter. Like I don't want to just have all daughters. That's what I'm scared of.
Oh, that would be scary.
That's what I'm scared of.
That's so scary.
I don't
That's
just
so scary.
Fuck. And honestly, 2 boys would be like,
What is
like I would rather have a boy and a girl over 2 boys. Actually,
You
that's
can. I
I
mean, that's
don't
the thing.
know.
You can
I don't know about
choose
that.
now. So I mean,
And in the future, you will have more of a chance of choosing, but it's still not like rock solid.
oh yeah,
It's still like 78% or something like that. It's like 77%. You can't
that's still pretty good.
that's pretty good solid percentage, but I don't know. I think on like the other hand, you have like twin of girls or something like that. Like if you can't have a boy, you have like twin girls.
Fuck, if you have twin girls, then
instead.
oh my. If you have twin girls, bro, it's like damn.
It's tough.
Or triplets or quadruplets. It's like damn, your fucking wife's gonna die. Your girl's gonna die before she like gets all them things out of her.
How like how does that happen? Like triplets?
Some people's genes just have
no, not like
family.
how does that happen like genetically? I mean, like I understand that slightly more than how she like have 3 fetuses. Yeah, like 3 fetuses in her uterus. 3 fetuses.
They're just all like
like and they all just come out and they're fine. Like they all just come and they all grow to 6'3" and shit. Like they're all tall and shit. When does that ever happen? I just want to know. Like they weren't fucked up
triplets
up in there. Yeah.
For triplets, I don't know, but I think there's a lot of twins that come out like that are just fine and they become athletes and shit. For triplets, I don't know.
For sure.
Triplets,
yeah. I know some twins that are for sure like that are tall and shit. But it seems like it's more made for twins, especially if they're fraternal twins. Or if they're identical. If they're identical, then I don't know this shit. It's a different process for those two, but like
it is. They're so used to each other too. They're like synced.
They're pretty much the same person.
Yeah.
Like their DNA is so fucking similar. But I mean, speaking of like not genetically, but like creating something through technology and advanced, futurized, advancements.
Mm-hmm.
That was a tough sentence. That was a tough sentence to get through, but we got here.
Never time for ammo.
Chill. You seen the Apple Ring?
Yes. Oh my god. I think that shit was so stupid. When
you're definitely the one that sent me the Apple. Yes.
Oh yeah, I did send that to you.
You definitely
like that's crazy. Like, bro,
I want one. You act like you don't want one.
What is wrong with you?
I want one. You have a cell phone.
So
you have a cell phone right here in front of your face.
So you're gonna get married? Because that's what the Apple Ring's for.
Right. But like, I can get one for the ceremony, right? Like, I don't need to like genuinely be married. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can get a ring just for shit, like just for shits and giggles to have an Apple Ring. That'll be cold.
It's supposed to be able to like link with like another person's Apple Ring though. So if you just get your own Apple Ring, I know like
wait. Is it like a tracking thing?
Yes, it tracks you. It sends like your location to like your partner all the time. Like I forgot like all the other info. I forgot all the it's for marriage. Like it's not just like get an Apple Ring. Like no,
I thought that's what it was for.
It's like an Apple Ring like that married people would like have. So, but it like pretty much just like sends like your location.
Kudos to Apple for promoting.
Yeah, marriage. And if you take it off, like it tells like the other person, like
bro,
it's like hella shit.
Is that what we're doing now, Apple?
Yeah. And that's why I was like, whoa, this can't be. I knew I was like, Jerome will probably get this. So I had to send it to you.
It's a great idea.
It is. I mean, it's a terrible idea in hindsight but like for people who actually want to get married and want to have like no life, yes, get the Apple Ring.
Kudos to Apple for promoting marriage. But yeah, that's too much. That's too much power to give to your partner. You already have a fucking cell phone, and they be wanting to get into that shit. Let alone know where you are at all.
Let me go through your ring.
Let me go through your fucking ring. But here's the thing, she can't.
Let me go through your ring.
All she has to do is go on her phone and go on your ring because they're connected. That's it. She can she literally has full control over your ring. She has it has audio and shit. Like if you're around
pretty sure
girl, it detects another girl's voice and shit. Yeah, like if there's another female.
I don't know, man. So when I seen that, I was just crazy. I was like, I'm baffled. Like that's crazy. It's craziness.
I definitely believe they can send her a notification when another female voice is detected or another male voice is detected.
That would be stupid. It's like you're at work and it hears like a female voice, like female voice detected.
And terrible. He's like, you think that wouldn't happen? And he's like, that's just my fucking coworker. Like it's just gonna cause hella problems. It's just my coworker. Like she's like, oh, is it? Like, and it turns on every time it hears it. Like it turns on, and then she can hear the conversation that's going on, and he can't and he has to be like he has to give her signals and because the ring is listening and shit. The ring is gonna run shit. I promise you.
That's why I sent it, because that's gonna be so man, it's just
crazy. Corporate offices are gonna be passing notes like a third grade classroom because rings are gonna run shit. Sarah, I'm into you, but he has to write it down because his wife fucking can hear everything on his ring. That's definitely a technology that I can see happening. That's why I'm so passionate and energetic about it, because that shit is fucking coming for sure. When
you think that's gonna be the future?
Fuck yeah, they can do that now. That shit is coming in 5 years, and shit in a decade, shit is gonna be way worse than that. So we'll see.
We'll see, man. We definitely will. But
fucking,
I was I don't know. It's like Jordan buys every Apple product. He'll probably buy this as well. He'll probably just do this to himself.
I might just buy two, just get both rings, just have them on both hands, just send messages to myself. Yeah, just be Thanos. I might just do that. I don't know. It's just too much power, bro. Relationships need self-autonomy for them to function.
And it needs trust.
And trust.
This just defeats the whole purpose of it. It's literally tracking you and
right,
all that other shit.
We're gonna make this agreement, but I'm gonna lock you down during the agreement. It's literally
for life, bitch.
For life. I got you. I get it though. I understand. So what else is there?
Is there anything else that was pretty wild this week? The Super Bowl's coming up. That's the only thing
Super Bowl
I can really say this weekend. Yeah, it's probably the Super Bowl is probably the bigger thing coming down this week.
I got the Rams.
I got the Bengals.
I got the Rams.
I have the Bengals.
We could put something on that.
Joe Burrow is gonna do his thing.
He's fucking hard.
Joe Burrow's cold, bro. He gonna go oh, Jamar, just throw it over the top. Because the fucking Rams secondary,
how perfect
boo-boo.
of a name.
They're fucking
boo-boo.
It
is bad. It is pretty
They're
bad.
boo-boo shit garbage. And the only reason we lost is because fucking Jimmy G shit his pants and he can't fucking throw. It's not about the Niners. It's not about
True.
But nah. If Joe Burrow has time, he's releasing that rock. And the only person, if Jalen Ramsey can't shut down Jamar Chase, then the Bengals are gonna win.
Bro, how perfect of a last name is Chase, bro?
Duh, you gotta chase me, bitch.
That's perfect, bro.
And he just he goes 0 to 60 and crazy. He's so fast.
Is he that fast? That?
He's pretty fast, man. He's pretty fast. I've seen him catch some balls and just accelerate in 1 or 2 steps, and he's just gone, and no one can catch him.
I mean, that nigga's hella young too. That's tough.
Yeah, he's a rookie.
That's tough.
Doing this too. So that's pretty impressive.
In the Super Bowl. Shit. And the Bengals used to be so trash.
Yeah, they literally
just
changed
recently.
the franchise around just by
Like
having
that
those
quick,
two.
bro. That
Yeah,
quick.
just having a quarterback who can actually throw and a reliable target.
You guys have a reliable target, though.
We have reliable targets now. Now it's Lance's time. But we're not talking about the Niners. Well, I'm not going to talk about the Niners until literally the draft because they're irrelevant to me for like the next few months. They need to get their shit together.
Yeah, they do. I agree with that. I heavily agree with that.
But Jimmy's going to go. That's the last thing I'm going to say.
That's a part of them getting their shit together.
Yeah, I know. So, but definitely I have the Bengals. I see them. My prediction is I feel like it's not going to be like a shootout. I feel like either the Bengals will go ahead and take the lead or it'll just be like the Rams' defense stopping the Bengals a few times and they scored and then the Bengals can't really catch up. So, but I'm going to guess 28, maybe like 24.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a close game like that.
Or because all the games have been really close this season. So I'm not going to guess why this one wouldn't be either.
The same.
So,
but at the same time, it could be a shootout. Like it could be where they like a lot of scoring.
Matthew Stafford can slam that rock, but he be shitting his pants sometimes too and making dumbass decisions, and they be getting picked. So, but he's a good quarterback, and he knows how to hold himself in the pocket.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, yeah, he has experience too. I mean, it's gonna be a good game.
Not really though.
He's
been in the league for a long time, but this is like his first playoff run ever.
That was his first playoff win.
This is his first playoff win literally like a month ago. So it's crazy. Like,
and he's like already
in the Super Bowl.
That shit is crazy. Your first playoff win, and you're already
fucking cheating.
There's niggas. But how luck? It was a little cheat. It was a little cheat, but like, how lucky? Like, when does the luck end? At that point, like.
It eventually runs out. The better team will win. But sometimes it's a thing. The better team doesn't always win because the luck doesn't always run out. Like we've seen it with Brady. We've seen it with the fucking goddamn Chiefs. We've seen it with we've seen it with the Patriots sometimes.
Yeah.
We've definitely never seen it with the Niners. Our luck always runs out. We've always run out of gold when we need to put just a little bit more gold in. We always run out. What other team has always been really lucky? Or has been lucky pretty? It's been like that team, and then it's another lucky ass team. Probably the Rams. Yeah, the Rams are another lucky team.
The Rams be getting lucky. Yeah,
they be a really lucky team.
Yeah,
really lucky. So. We'll just have to see. Like, I don't know what your prediction is, but I'm going 28-24 Bengals.
I say I want to say the same thing.
But the opposite?
It could be like a lower score at the same time. Like,
but you have the Rams winning?
I have the Rams winning. I want to say like 21 or like 24-17 or something like that.
24-17?
Yeah. 24-17 Rams. It's not the best.
You think it's going to be a defensive shootout? Okay.
I think the defense is like, because like both quarterbacks are kind of going to be nervous. And Joe Burrow. I mean, to be honest, yeah, Joe Burrow doesn't really feel
calm.
nervous.
He be like this.
He'd be calm.
Like he's so poised. He's so poised. Like he's been in situations like this. He's been on the biggest stages. He just looks like he's the opposite of everything Jimmy G wishes he could just lick like his feet. Like He's everything Jimmy wishes he was.
Yeah.
Besides, like, maybe
younger.
no. I bet Jimmy G has a nice face, but I bet he wishes he had Joe Burrow's face. Like, I think Jimmy G. I
What do you
think
mean?
Jimmy G just wishes he was Joe Burrow.
Joe Burrow.
Like the way he could just like so calm and the way he is, like everybody just follows him. It'd be nice. It must be nice to have a leader on the team.
Everybody loves that nigga. Everybody loves that nigga. Like
I would let him call me a nigga though. I would let Joe Burrow call me a nigga.
That's the difference. I mean, I guess
because he a real one.
He a
real
too.
ass
Joe Rogan
nigga,
kind of too, but he's not like, he's not putting himself on the line, like out there being a real one, like being a quarterback, like Joe Burrow, like never sliding in college and shit, like always, I don't know, putting himself in tough situations, coming back. Like, Joe, you didn't earn that. Being in the Super Bowl, Joe Rogan, you didn't earn that. Joe Burrow earned that.
You didn't earn that, Joe. You didn't earn that, other Joe.
Other Joe, you're other Joe.
You've done some stuff for the community, but
you're other Joe. You're not.
But you're not
the
GOAT Joe. Yeah. The Joe. You're not Joe from you.
Yeah, that's the GOAT Joe. That's the GOAT Joe.
So for real though, he is. He's crazy, but he's a fucking. He's a GOAT.
What if they're gonna come out with another season? That'd be cool.
I think they will. The way they ended it, I feel like there's no way they can't have like another season.
They could. Season 4.
But that bitch was crazy. His wife, oh my god, she was something else.
She was sexy though.
Love
was fine in her own way.
Love pissed me off, bro. I was like, bro, Joe, if you don't just like
cut her off,
just kill her already, bro. Like, she was pissing me off. She was no, bro. Whoever hasn't watched you, I'm gonna spoil it, so I don't give a fuck. But like, you should go watch it though. But like, it was in the second season specifically. Like, bro was literally trying to change his life. Like, he was trying to change himself. He was like, okay, I have a son. Like, my bitch is crazy, but I still have a son. Like, I'm not gonna be doing like this shit. She's over here killing random people. Mm-hmm. Like, she's over here like sleeping with the fucking neighbor's son and shit. And it's like, bro, like Joe ain't even doing nothing, bro. Like, he's just trying to better himself, and you over here being crazy. Like, I was like, bro, we don't fucking take care of her, bro.
That nigga was like 19. He was young.
Duh. Like, fucking A.
Oh, I'm not feeling fucking loved. You Aisha bitch. You fucking Aisha Curry. Fuck off.
I'm sorry, I'm out there shooting threes in record time.
You know what I mean? Like,
that I'm not home making millions of dollars.
That's so crazy. Like,
I'm sorry that my life just doesn't fit in your schedule.
I'm sorry that you didn't know that this is what you were signing up for.
I'm sorry that you didn't know I was a light-skinned assassin.
That was literally
the baby face assassin.
Baby face assassin.
Even though he got his grown face now because he's like 32.
The nigga's about to be 34.
33.
He's
but he still looks like he's fucking 20, 25.
He does look 28. Oh no, I'll give him 26. He looks 26, which is crazy. Cause his face looks so young, his skin doesn't look fucking fucked. Like,
it looks like he moisturizes every day. Like, he just whoosh, and it's just like his face is like perfect.
Yeah. So he looks young as shit. It's crazy. And his body is performing young as shit too. He doesn't look fucking
since
old.
Like his really bad injuries with his ankles, like he hasn't really gotten injured.
That's it. Good for him. What has pissed you off this week? Let's end it on that.
What has pissed me off this week? If you had asked me last week, it definitely would have been the fucking goddamn Niners.
Yeah.
But
this week.
Honestly, I'll still say that. That's what pissed me off this week, because I've had to listen to a lot of fucking Rams and at work. Like, oh no. Because I was that guy who was giving all the Rams fans like shit before the game. So now when I see them at work, it's like, fuck.
You deserve it.
I do deserve it, but they sold me. But yeah, so just lingering over. This was a Pro Bowl, so I didn't have to watch like the Rams. But yeah, it was. I'll probably still say that because it was lingering over. I can't really think of anything else that really pissed me off like that. So
like that that shit was annoying. Jimmy G. What pissed me off? I would say the vaccine mandate for truckers. No, because that shit didn't really piss me off that much. I would say fast track is pissing me off right now.
The fast track lane?
Yes. Because like I probably owe I literally owe $100.
Probably owe like $300.
I generally owe like $500 probably, like more than that maybe.
I hate the fast track lane, bro. You don't even be in it. You'll be like so close to the line and you'll just take a picture. And it's like, bro, are you kidding me? Like,
but I'm also talking about tolls, like going over a toll, and they gotta, you can't like pay it right there. Like they have to.
Yeah, they send it to you, and then sometimes you don't get it, and it's like
you're like fuck, and then that shit just goes to your account, and you're like, I'm fucked. So that shit is pissing me off. That shit sucks.
But everybody's so scared of COVID, they don't want to like hand anything. They're like, no, we don't take money, and it's like, fucking goddamn, what the fuck?
I mean, masks.
Understandable.
Understand.
Tolls very, very irritating.
When are we getting rid of these masks? When?
Never.
Aren't they out in like England and shit?
I remember they saying something like that they were gonna do that, but I don't know if that went through or not.
That shit is so annoying. That's what pissed me off. 1A. Because that shit is still
1A.
Yes, bro. That shit really pissed me off. But
and if the Rams win this week, that'll be my 1A as well.
You're one. Yeah, because you don't care
Rams
that much, but you also like you care.
I fucking don't want the Rams to win at all.
I don't like LA.
They don't deserve it.
I'm not like going for the Rams. To be honest, I do want Odell.
I'm literally rooting for the Bengals. Like I'm literally cheering for the Bengals.
I do want Odell to win a Super Bowl, but I do want Joe Burrow.
Odell. Like Odell's cool, but like I'm sorry, he's on the Rams, so fuck him. Fuck him.
Nah, I don't care about Odell that much.
But Cooper Kupp is that nigga though.
Cooper Kupp is that nigga. Bro, how old is he? Like, why is he
Odell.
Just hitting? He's genuinely white Odell. This nigga is fucking.
His route running is just so crisp. Like, he's not even hella fast, like the fastest. He's just his route running is so precise. His hands are just like super glue. So when he just fakes out the defender, they can't like determine which way he's going.
And
he just gets so he just gets
crazy.
Open. But he's been hella nice since college.
Really?
But where
did he go?
Like he went to it's not a very popular school, but it was like some Western something, like Western, like maybe Illinois or something. I don't know. Something like some like low D1 school. And then like he's been nice since he's been in the NFL, but he's just now like finally emerging as like that number one.
I mean, that nigga is dominating. He's cold. He has a good connection with Matthew Stafford, so good for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's been the 22 Thotz show. Thank you guys for being here.
Thank you guys for riding along.
We again forgot
to little doggy.
Hop on that wagon, little doggy.
Yes, sir. We did just drop that 22 hypotheticals vidicals. So go check that out. Yeah, go check that out. Definitely will be more.
I really thought it was gonna drop around like 3, but it already dropped, I guess.
Yeah.
Good for the Rams, I guess.
What?
For them to like be winning a Super Bowl.
Ain't nothing said soon.
but I'm betting on it.
Even though it is right here, like not too far from here.
Yeah, I don't even know why you're hating, but I don't fuck with LA either. So, but yeah, like and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. He said,
Yes.
What?
What'd you say? But nah. Yeah, definitely like and subscribe, comment if you guys have anything to say. For real.
I'm gonna just start commenting on every video on my other account.
Until someone else says something.
Somebody else does, yeah. DP has said something before, but like I'm gonna just start commenting every time. But yeah. Thank you guys. Have a good one. Peace.